of war and peace, the truth just twists its curfew gull, it glides upon four-legged forest clouds, the cowboy angel rides.
How are you? Let's talk about how you are.
How am I? I'm dying. I mean, everybody is, but I'm doing it. I've accelerated the process, or the process has suddenly accelerated on me. So I'm looking for ways of trying to die more like you, say.
Well, you have no idea how I'm going to die, in point of fact.
I've got a slightly better idea how I will.
How are you actually? I mean, this is useful. People will want to know. How do you feel?
There are bad days and then there are worse days, and I'm never quite sure whether the exhaustion comes from the chemotherapy treatment or from the tumor itself.
But you're writing.
Yes, I can still write.
Pretty fast clip.
I can still write and I can still read. And I can still talk, but there are days when it would be I could only read, say.
Well, as a Jewish hypochondriac, I have access to a lot of very, very good medical minds, and we're going to put them all on the case.
But part of the so-called battle, because you're always supposed to be a struggler with cancer. I don't know why cancer is the only one against which one must battle. You never read people die after a long battle with
old age. After a long battle with old age.
But he battled cancer. I don't know why.
So are you? I don't understand. Are you fatalistic? Are you realistic? Or are you?
I'm a realist. I'm objective. I mean, it's not a good cancer to get.
No.
The statistics are very depressing. Mine isn't just in my esophagus either, it's gone to my lymph nodes. I would be a very lucky person to live another 5 years.
Do we bring Martin Amis into the conversation?
Or barely talk.
Come in. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, yeah, this is my dearest friend, Martin Amis.
Hello, Martin. Answer the question that David Wolpe and I were talking about the other day, which is, do you find it insulting for people to pray for you?
No. I mean, I take it kindly on the assumption that people are praying for my recovery.
Yes, that's what I meant.
Many of them say, well, not for you to recover.
For not?
No, but to be saved.
Ah. I would imagine that there are an extraordinarily large number of people who are hoping for some bull to be issued from DuPont Circle saying, yes, I now realize the error of my ways, and I believe in the salvation of Jesus, or something.
Well, now might be the time to say, I guess, that in the event of anyone ever reading or hearing a rumor of any such thing being made, it would not have been made by me.
Are you actually worried about that? You're worried about people...
the entity making such a remark might be, a raving, terrified person whose cancer spread to the brain. I can't guarantee that such an entity wouldn't make such a ridiculous remark, but no one recognizable as myself would ever make such a ridiculous remark.
So you're worried about an internal change?
I think that, as Jeeves says to Bertie Wooster when Bertie says, look, I quite see that, Jeeves, but I mean, suppose your family saw you on boat race night in Trafalgar Square in an advanced stage of inebriation, waving your trousers in the air. And manservant replies, well, the contingencies are remote ones. No one who would answer to the same description could possibly say anything so
Do you worry that
silly.
outsiders will try to...
No, I don't think, no. There won't be anyone within range. But nothing, I mean, this is a very old game. It goes back to Thomas Paine and David Hume and Voltaire, in whose company I have no right to be mentioned, but it's an old game of the religious to either to circulate, even with Darwin, outright lies about deathbed states.
No, I know.
Or rumors, or, when possible, to try and put pressure.
I ask this all seriousness because you're in a new, I hope, impermanent phase of life when you can envision more readily your mortality. I hope, of course, that you step out of that process and come back to us fully.
Thank you.
You're welcome. When you received your diagnosis, did you have a fleeting moment of asking yourself, I wonder if prayer would help? I wonder if there is anything...
No. I can quite safely say that. It may be too early to ask me that.
Right.
Because I haven't had any terrifying moment yet, and I know that there are some, win or lose, I have some very grueling things to
moments
undergo.
ahead of you.
Yes, where I won't, a lot of the time I won't be, for chemical and narcotic reasons, I won't be quite myself. So I don't know, but I know the answer is no.
Right. No, I mean, it's
In the same way as I can absolutely assure you that while, cornered in Sarajevo and thinking, geez, I wish I hadn't got into this building, and how am I going to get back to the hotel? Or pounced on by fascists in Beirut, and other time, or fucked up and far from home in Afghanistan, where I thought I can absolutely see how I don't get out of this. The foxhole foolishness quite literally didn't cross my mind till later.
I'm sort of very slightly to the right of Hitch on God, in that I think the only rational position is to be an agnostic, teetering on the very brink of atheism. But it's
as a safety issue.
No, it's just because it's cramped and irrational to say that there is no God, because and premature, because we are pathetically ignorant of the universe. We know hardly anything about it. We don't know what 86% of it consists of. We don't understand galaxy formation. We're a dozen Einsteins at least from even a rudimentary understanding of where we are. And to say, I mean, the fact that the universe is more intelligent than us sounds like a proof of something to me. That it's over our heads. So to say there is no God,
I would say more like a hypothesis than a proof, but I agree with Martin. I mean, that's actually one of the reasons why, as I explained at the end, why I call my strangely neglected masterpiece Hitch 22 by that name, because having had many allegiances and commitments in my life till now, I found, reviewing the position when I turned 60, that my strongest commitment is to a group of people whose main interest is in the uncertainty principle, and who reject faith because it says it knows already and already has enough information.
But is there a kind of hubris in the certainty of God's non-existence?
No. In my certainty that the Pope doesn't know anything more about it than I do, and maybe less.
Well, that's a different subject.
On that I can replace
That's a
quite a lot
different
of
subject.
There is no class of mammals.
There's humility and agnosticism that doesn't exist in atheism.
The class of mammals who have been given a supernatural revelation and know about God and can only through their acquaintance with the revelation pass on the truth to you. This class does not exist. Class A may be said not.
They have nice robes.
They need it to cover their absolute nudity.
I'm
there
with you
I
on
have
that.
a high confidence in that position. A religion is man-made. All the gods found so far have been man-made. It does not say at all that there may not be a prime mover or a higher intelligence. But I say that no one has yet earned any claim to act in that entity's name. No one has the right to tell me what to do because they have a divine warrant.
With his candle lit into the sun, though its glow is waxed in black. All except when 'neath the trees of Eden